Welcome second years with a fresh grammar item, and which is the last in your examination paper pattern, that is dialogue writing. First let me define what is a dialogue. Dialogue is when two persons interact, that is a dialogue. When two persons interact, that means when they converse, when they talk to each other, that is a dialogue. If a single person is talking, what do we say to that particular log? Is it a dialogue or a monologue? It is a monologue. You must have remember, I could remind you a little bit, like there was a poem in your first year, Stopping by Woods on a Snowy Evening by Robert Frost. That particular poem, and many poems are there, but this is actually which you can remember. So that poem is a monologue where only the poet was describing everything. The poet was speaking rather than any other person. The poet himself was the narrator. So when a single person is speaking, when a single person is talking, that is known as monologue. Mono means one. But now here I am talking about dialogue. Di means two. When two persons are interacting or when two persons are talking to each other, that is known as dialogue. Okay. Now, for dialogue, actually for writing the dialogue, you need to understand that how spoken English could be, how we have to use the language in a proper manner. Because you know, when we converse with each other, that is known as communication, and being a human being, we need to communicate with each other. When we communicate, we keep into mind with whom we are communicating. Okay, like if you are communicating with a stranger, your tone, your dialogues, your sentences would everything get changed. But when you are communicating or when you are talking with one of your person whom you know well, or acquaintance, or your friend, or your cousin, the way you talk can get completely changed. These two types of communication are divided, or you can say categorized, as formal and informal. So when we communicate, we actually communicate into varieties, like one is formal and the other is informal. Formal, we talk with the strangers, elders and others whom we respect. The way, the tone, as I said, the language, the vocabulary, everything gets changed when you are talking to the strangers, to the elders, to the people, teachers, to all the people to whom you respect. But when you speak with the near and dear ones, it is completely changed and it will be called as the informal communication. So we have two, formal and informal communication. In the examination, they will give you two situations. You have to opt for one. In those situations, first of all, you have to find out whether the situation is a formal one or an informal one. For example, like it is being written, given the question as, write a dialogue between a principal and a student about the opening or establishment of the lab, language lab to science lab to anything. Principal and a student, teacher and a student. In which category this conversation or communication would fall? Obviously in the formal category. So we have to understand first of all about the question. The question is framed in which category? In a formal category. So immediately make up your mind to create the dialogues in a formal way. If it is being given that two friends are discussing about a picnic, or two friends want to go to a cinema hall, so their discussion, friends or cousin or your siblings, if anything would be there, you can definitely get an idea that this is the informal category. So if you find this, first of all, the first thing what you have to keep it in mind, what you have to identify, the question is either in informal or in formal category. Which category it falls, you have to first find it out, that one, then you have to follow these things. Now if first of all the greetings, okay, you will score 4 marks for this dialogue writing. Greetings in informal, you can start by giving a hi, hello, either hi or hello. They may give you like two friends discussing about a plan to go to cinema, okay. So there is no need for you to write down yourself as I, because they are talking about any two friends. So you can select any two names of your own choice and write down one name and the other name, and then the dialogues you can create. So the first dialogue could be either hi, whatever the name you are giving to the friend, you can ask for that. Hi Arun, hi Ritika, what's up, where are you? Like these questions can be asked, and you can go for hello either, both the things. But if the situation falls into the category of formal, you have to go for good morning, good afternoon, good evening, good night, in a very formal way. You cannot talk to the formal people in an informal way. So the first thing is the greetings, and this can give an impression on the examiner whether you have understood the situation or not. So be careful while writing the dialogues, that you must understood the, first of all you have to understand the situation, then you can go on for creating the dialogues. Next is farewell. At the time of leaving, the last dialogues, first and the last dialogues. As I said, you will score 4 marks for this. So if you are creating 4 to 5 dialogues, that could be enough. But it should not be one word, it should be one sentence. So then only you will score the marks. So here for farewell, for informal, you can go for bye, see you soon, happy to see you, something like that. Bye, this bye, or anything you want, you can go for this. This is very informal way. Whereas informal, you have to say, I must leave now. It's the time, more time now, I must leave. Or shall I leave now? Like you are asking the permission for the person, because you know that that person is a stranger for you, or someone whom you respect. So you cannot become informal with that person. So you have to use the formal language. This is the first greeting and the farewell. Why I am giving these two? Because at least you can understand how to start and how to end. In between, according to the requirement of the question, you have to fill up those dialogues. Okay. Next is asking a question. If you are asking a question, in informal you can ask, hey, where's that so and so? Okay. And remember it out, we use contracted forms in the dialogue writing. Contracted forms. What is the contracted forms? Like I am can become I am. This is the contracted form. Will not will become won't. These are the contracted forms which we use in the dialogue writing of English language. So here in informal, how you are asking, hey, where's that? Whatever the question could be, where's your book, or whatever the thing you would like to ask. Now in formal situation, can you please tell me where is the shop? Sorry to bother you, but would you help me? Like that, this is the way, because suddenly you cannot ask the stranger about something in a very informal way. You have to be very formal with the persons whom you have respect, or who are the elders for you. So this is the formal situation. How to ask the question? When you are giving an answer, asking a question is different, but when you are giving the answer, you should remember it out, that you should not leave the category. Informal, I don't know, no idea about that. This can be used in informal, whereas for formal, I'm sorry, I don't know about that. The same you can use don't know, but before that you have to add I'm sorry, because it is a formal way. So you have to be very formal in writing the dialogue. Making a request. If you have to make a request in informal, give me your pen, lend me the book. That's simple way to ask. Informal way, would you lend me your pen? Could you be kind enough to give me your charger? Okay, these are the very formal ways. Now next is giving advice. In giving advice, you have to use for the informal, write neatly or improve your writing. Directly you can convey your message rather than constructing a sentence. You should not bother about constructing a sentence, especially in informal situations, whereas in formal situations you have to bother about the whole creation of the sentence without losing the format. The format is, it would be nice if you write neatly. Could you improve your writing? Please, this is a formal way. Okay. Next is expressing gratitude. Sometimes we feel that in informal situations, there is no need for us to express the gratitude, but there is a need. With the ones we are very close, friends to, especially parents, mother, father and all, how many times we say them thank you? There is a need to say, though it is actually informal, but they too also need sometimes our thanks. So don't even think that in informal situation where is the need to say thank you. There is a need to say thank you, because that can keep the relations in a better way. Thanks and sorries. Okay, so in informal also you can use the word thanks, but instead of creating a lengthy dialogue, you can go for only simple thanks. Thanks for your help, thanks for the book given to me, whatever the situation according to that you can use. And in the formal situation, very nice of you for lending me a helping hand, very nice of you for providing me the charger, thank you very much, it means a lot to me. These are the formal dialogues. So for writing the dialogues, there are not more rules. Only one thing is that we have to understand first of all what type of the situation being given in the question. Either it could be a formal or informal. If it is formal, you have to follow the format for the formal. That means in a very formal way you can go for writing the dialogues. And if it is informal, you have to follow the informal, especially the greetings and the farewells to be maintained in a proper way, because that could be common, first dialogues and the last dialogues, whereas in between the rest of the dialogues would be depending on the situation given to you. So whatever the situation being given, try to repeat that one and then immediately write it down. Understand that what the question being asked. I am repeating again and again because many students have a habit of reading half of the question and they start attempting the answer. First of all, please read the question properly, about in between whom they want the conversation, in between like which situation they are providing you, either formal, informal, or what is the criteria they are giving. Like they may give you a student, write a dialogue between a student and a teacher, and a student is apologizing for coming late. It's a lengthy situation, but you have to understand immediately. Obviously, it is a formal situation. So as soon as the student enters, now in the situation there is a demand of apology. So greetings are necessary. Good morning, teacher. I really apologize for being late to the class. This could be the immediate dialogue, because the situation demands that one. So that's why I'm saying that repeatedly I'm saying it out, that read the question properly and carefully, then attempt the dialogue writing. So I hope you have understood well all these, the situation as well as the important asking question, giving answers, expressing gratitude to greetings from starting to the farewells and all. So I hope you can do better and try to write down the dialogues on your own in your grammar notes. Don't waste the time. Thank you.